first of all, I'm gonna tell you how I got to 50,000 subscribers. Then I'm gonna tell you why I'm going from 50,000 to zero. Then I'm gonna tell you how we're going from zero back up to 50,000 subscribers, 100,000 and beyond, and how you can too. And you could take away some tips and tricks that I've learned along this way. And I'm gonna just tell my story and what I've already done, and hopefully it'll help you. And for sure, it's gonna help you elevate your game and take you to another level. Because it's a whole new year and time in a way that this whole platform and this whole social media realm is working right now. And why I'm Mellow Will, of course, if you don't know, my previous channel was a music channel, and it was just going off of music and a lot of traffic coming from different directions, and it eventually went up. But I'm gonna tell you, it started from 12 years ago. This is the 12th year of me being on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube, I appreciate you. And 12 years ago, I started trying new different things. I seen what the rappers were doing, and so I'm gonna tell you, I did a few of those things. Like I made videos, I put different series out, I've tried it, right? And over that journey, I'll tell you, it takes some consistency, it takes some perseverance. So I love to speak on just the mindset of what it actually takes, because we could tell you the tactical, the practical, what you can do today, but if you don't have it up here, the belief, the knowing that you're gonna push through, you're gonna eventually get there. And here's a great example that I heard and that I want to share, is that when you work a job, right? If you're working a job and you're putting in that same effort forever and ever and ever, there's probably a ceiling. If you're working for somebody, right? There's a ceiling. Let's just say the ceiling is 200,000. On YouTube, you can continue to show up, and it starts off where you're not getting paid. My first 5 years, maybe 6, 7 years on YouTube, I didn't receive a penny. And I kept going. But here's the thing, now there's no ceiling, and my channel began to make money, and there's no ceiling to how much it can make, and I can continue to put in the same effort. I can even digress as long as I continue to get better. And of course, you're getting better as you continue to post and create. And so I've gotten better, and I'm going to share some things with you that I've learned over the years that won't take me as long to monetize and to actually make money on YouTube the way that it did the first time. And I promise you, I took so long to start a new channel, because I'm like, yo, it took me this long to get 5,000 subscribers. It took me this long to get 10,000, 20,000. I don't want to start over again and go through that. Oh my gosh. Like, honestly, y'all, the first like 5 years, I believe I probably had like 500 subscribers, and I would not go over that hump. And then it turned into, I started driving traffic. My skills got better in my music, and since it's a music channel, people are coming there to listen to the music. I find out other platforms like TikTok where people literally go searching for you. That is a tip I want to give you. If you can grow your short form, and of course you can, I don't even want to give you no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yes, you can. Yes, you will. If you grow it, when you grow it, there we go. When you grow it, they will transfer over, especially if you're in music. If you're in music, let me know down below. Let's connect, you feel me? Let's collaborate. Let's leverage one another's skills and talents, okay? But here's the thing. When I started to get that traffic going from TikTok, it started to grow. And then it started to grow organically, because the whole algorithm thing started to be a thing, right? YouTube didn't have that in the beginning. I didn't notice it at all. You feel me? I would get 100 views and be happy. 200 views, I'm like, finally 300, 500. Oh, am I famous? You feel me? But now, the way it works today, and another thing that motivated me a lot, honestly, I'm gonna take these off if that's cool with you. Another thing that motivated me is seeing a lot of these YouTubers talk now about how new channels get love. And basically, it's like an algorithm. And I know about algorithms because back in 2020, I really started to go hard on TikTok, and I saw what an algorithm really was, starting from 0 followers to 10,000 with one post. I'm like, oh, I'm sold. There's a thing here. And even though, you know, if you was here before the internet, you kind of go, what does that mean? You don't really calculate in your brain all the way, but really, it's a real thing, and you can use it to your advantage. And that's what we're gonna do, and that's what I'm gonna do now with YouTube, because now YouTube is knowing how to serve their audience, right? So to take you back, let's go. What I say I was gonna do. How did I go from 0 to 50,000? So it started with me getting consistent. I believe the mindset, the muscle, the mental muscle to keep going and keep posting, first of all, built my endurance, right? If I had some special edits for you that will pop up right here, right now, right? But we're going with the raw style. Hopefully you love this. Let me know down below. Comment down below. You know how this go. I appreciate you, right? But endurance, it builds that muscle of, okay, I post regularly. I show up. I might not get that instant gratification like when you show up with that job 2 weeks, 1 week, you get that check Friday. Okay, it makes sense, right? With YouTube, maybe in the beginning, we might get lucky. Maybe this first video goes viral on this new channel. Thank you for my first subscribers. I love you. I appreciate you, right? Drop a comment. Let me know you was here. This is proof that you were here at the beginning, okay? My day ones, we locked in. And the beauty of that endurance muscle is it transfers all around, right? So I built that up with TikTok, learning the algorithms, posting consistently, of course. But I say TikTok, that's fast forwarding. Rewinding back to YouTube when I started, and I even went and did Mellow Monday. I started getting guests to come on and do raps with me. I'm vlogging, I'm doing different things, showing different styles, seeing what people like, getting engaged. Not a lot of engagement early on, but I built the muscle and I show YouTube, hey, I'm here, okay? I'm making a presence. And I also take into consideration that my skill of rapping wasn't as good. Back then, the music I was making wasn't reaching. Maybe it wasn't hitting. It wasn't as good as I thought it was. Whatever the case may be, I don't take it personal. I keep going, and that's why eventually the music finally pierced through, right? Found a spot, found a niche, and honestly, the mindset of just, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it happen is what's going to will you to do whatever. And I guess the name Will fits, right? Mellow Will, where there's a will, there's a way. Anyway, the endurance, the building it up, got it up to eventually, like I said, over 500 followers. But you know the whole requirement where the requirements was 1,000 followers and like 4,000 watch hours or something like that. And I was like, man, I'm gonna get there one day. It was a goal. I set it down, I wrote it down. I said, let's go for it. I tried for years and years, and eventually I find TikTok. And so here's where it broke through for me. I started to get organic traffic coming from TikTok because I'm on TikTok doing short form content. And so my music starts to grow on TikTok, and now people are coming from TikTok to go to YouTube to search for me, and of course they found my channel. So I found a way to utilize short form, and I'll give you a couple tips right now with short form today. Some things I'm going to tap into myself is clipping. Clipping is huge if you're a tuber, if you do live streaming. Really though, on YouTube, if you can get clips and people to clip you, or you get your own clips and you use these softwares like Opus clips, right? Google these things if you hear anything that resonates and you like, ooh, I want to try it, right? But these AI softwares, Opus clips, you throw your hour-long clip in there, it chop you up 10, 20 pieces of viral potential content, right? Also getting clippers, people that actually do clipping as a job. If you didn't know, that's a job nowadays, right? Literally, and depending on when you hear it, right, this is kind of like breakthrough. This is new, it's profound, it's booming. I just discovered like what's going on over on WAP really heavily, right? Literally, you can take your clip, put it on WAP, you can set a budget, and now you're gonna get some organic traffic, and there's no telling to how much you can get depending on how good your video and your content is. So let's say this clip, for example, I can take it. Let's say this video is gonna be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'll put it in WAP. I'll say I got a budget of, let's just call it $100, and let people know, hey, per view, per 1,000 views, you can make $1, $2, $3, whatever I set the price at. It's a choice. You can start posting clips. You create your own clips on your own time, however you do it, and you post them on short form clips of my long form video. And then when that's the whole game, you can see it now with podcasts and all of that's going crazy. But if you've been peeping game from afar and you haven't taken a dive into the back end and how it's actually working and how they actually transferring, right? The clips, WAP is going up. You get your clip, you get the clippers to do their thing. Potentially somebody's going to hit, right? And everybody might not even get 1,000 views. So maybe a lot of people will post your content and somebody might start viewing your videos over on YouTube, but they don't even get 1,000 views. They don't even get paid out $1. You know what I mean? So they literally have to do a very good video. Now, if they go hit 100,000, 1 million views, you can also put a cap on it so that they don't run your budget go crazy, right? But anyway, the point is all of these little short form clips remind me of how I kind of took off on YouTube by getting traffic from an outside source, which it was TikTok organically, me posting. That's what I was doing then. The world, the way it is now, we got a lot more tools, a lot more AI, a lot more, come on now, we got a lot more going on with this new world. Take advantage of it. Okay, the excuse of I don't know how, don't even think about it. All right, it don't even work no more in today's world. I don't know how. What? We've been praying. I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this. What? All the tools and access that we have right now, palm of our hand, literally everything you need to do whatever. You have everything you need to get everything you want. I promise you that, right? We have ChatGPT. We can even go with the old, it's kind of old fashioned now, Google, right? We have YouTube. We can literally look up anything. We can find out anything. How to, you put the work in, you put the time in, you figure it out how to. So for me, it was that, and then that blew the traffic up. And then once I started to get, more traffic going over there, now my YouTube, is up to date, it's modernized, and YouTube pretty much finds my audience. And now it knows who to put my content in front of. So now when I post actual music videos, I like to do loop videos of the songs. People comment and I just reply and listen. Okay, people go, yo, can you put this on an 8-hour loop? I love this song. I would love to go to sleep to it. Boom, of course I can do that. 8 hours, throw it on loop. It might take me a little minute to create the video, then boom, it's up forever. Value forever, showing up forever. New content ideas just popping out of nowhere, just like that. And now, because I also take into consideration that music is something that people actually listen to over and over, especially if you love a song, right? So that's probably another reason why that type of content does well. So this is also my attempt at doing something different, right? Where I'm actually, this is a talking format and you hearing me, it's mindset vibe. It ain't just like me, rapping to you, money coming in abundance, 10s, 20, 50, mostly hundreds. Get it just to give it, I don't want it. I just love the freedom that it come with. You feel me? I'm actually delivering game in a different format, and it's not rhyming, but it's still valuable. But I do believe that was a factor. People like to loop it, and so what that does is get a good retention rate on how long people actually watch that video, right? So for a long form where somebody's actually talking, to watch that whole thing, or like an actual act video or a movie type of vibe, it has to be interesting, it has to be entertaining, right? Visually, maybe even, but podcast maybe just has to sound good. A lot of people ride around with them. And so for those type of formats, you want to make sure it's captivating. You want to make sure it's interesting, entertaining. I also think it's really good, and it helped me as well to get better at short form and to master that and to understand retention, to understand, what could keep people's attention, what type of hooks can work, what type of flow can work, and how to keep the flow going and to get comfortable in flow. I go live a lot. That has built up, for my ability to even do this one take video, to just be able to hit record. It makes it so much easier. I love an easy flow. If you know, right? We're going to keep it a go, okay? Right? But I think that's a part of it. And then also, what is another step to why we went to 50,000? Let's go now to, I should say, why we're going to 0. We're going from 50,000 followers to 0 because I created a new channel. Right? I created a new channel to separate my talks. It's a different type of content I've been hearing, and now I'm taking the action to actually create something new. I'm actually going to apply all the knowledge that I have gained over the last 12 years being on YouTube, studying YouTube, creating my own YouTube videos, right? And all of what I've learned and put it into this, and it's going to go from 0, but it's going to be really just like this type of vibe, not just YouTube, but really like mindset type vibes, different topics, different things, but really all in that niche, that boat. So if you're here for a little elevation, a little motivation, a little inspiration, right, to get you going, to get you in motion, maybe a couple tips and tricks that you didn't know. Oh, okay, I didn't know it was just that. Okay, and then I get you fired up and tell you, hey, it's just about, let's just do it. What you doing today? Yeah, we'll revisit that because I get real passionate about stuff like that. People start making excuses and say, but what about, and all that limit, all that lack, all that nonsense, all that not feeling worthy enough, all that lacking belief. We you know what I mean? We putting an end to that. We healing it. That's a fact. And so that's why we're going to 0, to start over, to separate. You know, that channel, I want to make it just music videos, maybe vlogs and whatnot moving forward. But this channel will be dedicated to the mindset, to the practical things that we're doing moving forward, and so that we can grow together. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you being here. This is for us. Gratitude. Comment, this is for us. If you made it this far, you one of them ones. How are we going from 0 to 50,000 to 100,000 and beyond in subscribers? And honestly, here's another fun fact. Subscribers are not as important as they used to be in social media, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, all them places, right? It is like what Gary Vee would say, interest-based, because one video from a 0 subscriber, from a 0 follower account can go crazy. You know, and you could think of all type of examples. If I was to go capture something right now that only I saw in the world, there was an alien right here and he talked to me and I captured it. Some of you might say it's AI, some of you might say it's fake, but if I know it's real and some people can see and go, wait a minute, and I could tell people I know, and the word spread like this was real, oh my, like the word would get around and it would get shared immediately, no matter what account it was from, right? And so that's what we live in now. The algorithm finds exactly who it's for. Right now, if this was for you, this is perfect, especially if you made it this far. It's definitely for you, right? Most people will not stick around this long for a video. So I appreciate you. And we are growing from 0. So how are we going from 0 to 50,000? How are we going back to 50,000 and beyond, to 100,000, to my first YouTube plaque? We're going to do it together, because you're going to hit subscribe. Thank you so much. And you're going to share this and let somebody know they got it. You can do this. You can leverage this tool right here, these multiple tools, right? And drop questions below, because I have so much that I know. This is just the intro. Welcome to the channel. Thank you. I'll go by Mellow Will. Comment your name and where you from down below. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to grow. I'm excited. Put a smile on. Yes, indeed. It's all the way up. But yeah. We're gonna do this together. 50,000 subscribers and beyond. It's funny, it'll be funny to see this one surpass my previous channel faster, right? Especially with it being just very much specific. This is what it is. Maybe we'll do them live from the car every time. Maybe we'll find different sceneries. We'll see how this goes. I'm open to all suggestions. Thank you for being one of my first followers. And if you're here in the future, thank you for coming back to see where it all started from. Here it is. 2025, look alive. We're going into the summertime. It's hot. We in the spring right now. It's blooming and booming. Claim that for yourself. Yeah, it's a mindset thing, and we got it, and we know we can, so we show we can, and we grow again and again and again. And then we get around that type of vibe, that type of energy. It's getting around, and I'm blessed to be around so many more creators that are moving consistently, that are moving intentionally, because that's a huge part of it. People that are taking it seriously, that actually believe that it's possible for you to get paid, to be you. You feel me? So get around that right energy. I'm gonna leave in the description my community and school. I would love to see you in there. We on Zoom calls weekly. It's a vibe. And come back for the second video. Peace, family.